Good morning to all. Welcome to class 12, Economics. Recapitulation or revision of capital banking. So I'm talking about the chapter banking now. Yesterday we did revision of money, where I told you that what are the various functions of money, and with the functions of money, what is the concept of money supply. So we did it yesterday. Now I'm taking the topic of banking. Banking you all are aware of. When we explain banking, we basically talk about commercial as well as central banks. Commercial as well as central banks. Commercial banks which accept the deposit of general public, grants, loans and advances to general public, and even do they do the agency functions for the general public. So ultimately, commercial banks is the one who deals with general public, who do all the activities for the general public. When we talk about the central bank, it is the apex bank in the banking structure of our country. Means the topmost bank in the banking structure. It is an institution that is called banking. It doesn't deal with general public, it deals with other commercial banks as well as for the government. Works for the government. So let's have an interactive session, and I will ask question from you people on this basis only. Now let's go to Anushka Bansal.
Yes, sir.
Tell me something about commercial banks and also central bank.
Commercial banks are those banks which perform various functions like deposit from public, grants, loan to the joining public, and agency functions. Whereas central banks is a top apex body which controls, operates, regulates, and directs the entire commercial bank.
Okay. Can you explain something about the agency functions performed by the central banking?
No, sir, I don't know.
Okay. So who is going to tell me about the agency functions which a commercial bank can perform? Agency function for the general public which a commercial bank can perform. Who can tell me? Tushar wants to tell. Yes, Tushar.
Sir, it accepts deposit from public.
Okay.
It also grants loans to the public.
Okay.
Or
Tell me about the agency functions.
sir, 1 minute.
Okay. Agency functions. Who else gonna tell? Agency functions. Where the bank work as an agent. Yeah.
Sir, bank collects checks, dividends, and interest, and also on collects the interest on behalf of its customer and credit the amount in their accounts and acts as an agency.
Perfect. Can you tell me some more differences about the central bank and commercial bank?
Uh, Central bank generally gives the guidelines to commercial banks, and the major decisions and issue of currency, and it acts as a banker to the government. Commercial banks accept deposits and grants loan, whereas the
Okay. Moving towards some other student. What are commercial banks? What is central bank? Meaning, concept. Anything that you know that you have learned till now. We have already this chapter. Anything you want to discuss about commercial bank and central bank from the chapter that we have covered. We have covered. Just raise your hand. I will unmute. Tira, Tushar Sharma, anyone else? Anyone else? Saksham, you want to tell? Saksham, you can speak.
Difference between commercial banks and central bank. In any country there is only one central bank and many commercial banks. Like in India, there is RBI as central bank and many commercial banks like SBI, PNB, etc. Central bank is the apex institution and commercial banks is under the control of central bank. Central bank is owned by government and commercial banks are owned by government or any private sector. The objective of central bank is public interest and the objective of commercial bank is to maximize profits. Central bank has been given the authority to issue currency and there is no such power with commercial banks.
Points are enough. Very good question. I would like to get this answer again from someone else because I want more and more students must participate. Question is same. Difference between central bank and commercial bank. Question is same. Aditya.
Yes, sir. Sir, central bank is the only bank in the country, and commercial bank are many in the country. The aim of central bank is to control and supervise monetary power and banking system. The primary objective of commercial bank is to earn profit. Central bank is owned by the government. Commercial bank may be owned and governed by the private parties.
Okay, fine. Points are enough. Moving toward the next student. Anyone else? Question is same. Difference between central bank and commercial bank. I want the answer from Varun Bhatia. Varun,
Yes, sir.
difference between commercial bank and central bank.
So central bank is one unit. Central bank is one in the country, and commercial banks are many more. Central bank, uh, central bank supervises the whole banks, and commercial banks are run by private parties.
Even from the government also.
Yes, sir.
Points.
Hello,
More points.
sir. Central bank works on the issuing of currency and the motive of commercial banks is to earn their profit.
Fine enough. Moving towards next student. Saksham. Saksham Sharma.
Sir, sometimes bank also give suggestion to government to strengthen the financial position, and also supervises the all the commercial bank, and all the commercial bank work according to guidelines given by the central bank.
Perfect. Good point. Subhangi.
Yes, sir.
Same question.
Um, the basis is first meaning, Central bank is an apex body that controls and operates, regulates, and directs the entire banking and monetary structure of the country, whereas commercial bank is an institution that performs the functions of accepting deposits, granting loans, and making investment with both objective of earning and profit. Central bank works for the social welfare, whereas the banks work for their own profits. Status: central bank is an apex institution, whereas commercial bank is merely a unit in the banking structure. Central bank is owned by the government. Commercial bank is owned either by the government or by private sector.
Enough,
The
enough.
main objective.
Okay, good. Shubhangi. Moving toward the next student. Any other, please? I would like to know the difference from the students also, that how much they have learned. Anushka Kothari,
Yes, sir.
same question.
So central bank is an apex body that controls and operates the banking and monetary structure of the country, whereas the commercial bank is an institution which performs the functions of accepting and depositing the loans. And status is of the central bank is it is the apex institution, and it is a unit of banking structure in the country. And ownership, it is generally, central bank is generally owned and governed by the government, and commercial bank is owned and governed by the private sector. Central banks.
Enough, enough. Moving towards the next student, now I will give the basis. I will give the basis. Before that, I would like to share the screen. See this difference. The difference between central bank and commercial bank. I think it's visible to you all. Visible? You can write in the chat box. It's visible to all? Okay, fine. The first is number. Central bank is only one in number. The commercial banks are many in the country. Like we have Punjab National Bank, State Bank of India, we have Bank of Baroda, Yes Bank, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank. So these are many. Yes. Central bank is an apex institution. Apex means topmost, single. But when we talk about the commercial banks is the main banking structure. Commercial banks are basically a unit in the banking structure. These are the units only. Aim of central bank. The aim is definitely to regulate the banking structure for the service motive. But when we talk about commercial bank, the main aim is earning profit. Ownership. Of course, central bank is one owned by the government only. But when we talk about commercial banks are owned by the private and as well as government. Dealing. Central bank doesn't deal with public, whereas commercial bank deals with general public. Who has been granted power to issue the currency? Central bank. Commercial bank have no such power to issue the currency. If we talk about the credit control and creation, central bank controls the credit in the economy, whereas commercial bank creates credit in the economy. I hope it's clear to all. Show me a thumb if it is clear. This question is clear to all. Central banking versus commercial banking. Central banking versus commercial banking. If it is clear to all. Saksham, Tushar, Anshu, Ashita, Ashish, Varun, Kushi, Anushka, Kothari. Fine. Perfect. So now we have the second question of today's. That is credit creation process of commercial banks. Who has learned this process? process. बताओ किसने process learn कर लिया है? Already because I have told you this, already taught you this. Who is going to explain credit creation process? What is the meaning of credit creation process? What are the two assumptions of credit creation process? And how this process works? Requirements. Tell me. Varun Bhatia.
Yes, sir.
Credit creation process of commercial banks.
Sir, first that meaning of credit creation, that through this process, uh, banks are able to create credit which is far excess of initial deposits. And before doing this process, we take two assumptions that the all commercial banks are termed as one unit, and the all receipts and payment, that means all transactions, are routed through uh, checks and uh, all receipts
Banks.
in the banks.
Two banks, yes.
And the process is in works in such a way that at first there's at first stage, that is initial deposit. The depositor deposits the money in the bank. Then uh, bank takes 20% of that deposit as a legal reserve ratio, LRR, and remaining amount will be given as a loan. And then in another round, next round, that the remaining when that loan the party which have taken the loan from the bank, when it gives the payment to the other party, then that party deposits the money in the bank, and then again bank take out 20% of that deposit, and the remaining will give loan to the other party, and the process is continuous.
Fine. Varun. Any other student would like to tell me the process of credit creation by commercial bank? Any other student? Harshita, I want you to explain the process of credit creation by commercial banks. Over to you, Harshita. And it doesn't mean that LRR will always be 20%, that you can take your own. Actually, it is basically given by the RBI. But in an example, if LRR is not given in the question, LRR is not given, you can select your own. Even the primary deposit amount also you can select your own. Over to you, Harshita.
The two assumptions that we take are first that the entire commercial banking system is one unit and it is termed as bank. And second, that there will be no cash based transactions, and all transactions in the economy will be routed through banks. So
And how this process starts?
first, initial deposit stage, the depositor deposits the money in the bank, and bank has to keep a part of that deposit as cash with themselves. Example, 20%. The remaining part of the money it uses to grant loans to others. Then round one, the party which has taken the loan from the bank will, as we say, as second assumption says, that all the transactions will be routed through bank, so that the money which has been provided as loan will be again deposited in the bank. Then bank again keeps some part of that money as legal reserve ratio, and the remaining part it uses to grant loans to other party.
Process continues. When this process stops, how do we get the final value?
Sir, I don't know.
I would like to show you one thing to you all. See this? I will show you the process of credit creation, how it works. See, this table is showing the process of credit creation. This table is showing the process of credit creation. This amount, as you can see in the screen, this amount 1000 is being given. This amount 1000 is being given as a primary deposit to the central bank. This is the primary deposit of the central bank, right? Those primary deposit as central bank. 20% is being kept as a cash reserve by the bank of this primary deposit. Interest 800 is being given as a loan to a new party who was expecting a loan from the bank. Bank is giving this loan not in the cash form. Instead, bank is opening an account of the party and giving 800 rupees in his account. Suppose to Mr. B. Now B, suppose to Mr. B उसको दिया, किसी भी एक person को दिया. Now that person gives that amount and person disposed to payment करनी थी. Ultimately, that 800 rupees again comes to the bank. 800 rupees दोबारा से बैंक के अंदर आ जाते हैं. Again 20% bank itself, 640 rupees bank is going to loan to other party. लोन दिया उसने आगे पेमेंट करी तो उसने 640 की आगे पेमेंट करी. आगे पेमेंट करी उसने 640 रुपीस दोबारा से बैंक में आके सबमिट कर दिए. 640 rupees is again submitted into the bank. 128 is a LRR. 512 is being given. This process continues. This process continues. How do we get this amount? How do we get final amount? ये final amount कैसे मिलेगा हमें? How do we get this? For getting this, I told you that we have to find out money multiplier. And how money multiplier is calculated? It is calculated by 1 upon LRR. I already told you. 1 upon LRR, which means 1 upon 20%. 20% means 0.2. 1 upon 0.2. That actually gives you kitna? 5. Which means 5 times is the money multiplier. 5 times का मतलब है if money deposited was 1000, then 5 times will be 5000. If the first cash reserve was 200, then 5 times will be 1000. If the loan amount, first initial loan was 800, then 5 times will be 4000. This is the process of credit creation by commercial banks. This is called credit creation by commercial banks. Right? For writing this process, we have to write. Simply have to write is credit creation process is the process where the commercial bank creates credit. Commercial banks create credits by taking the two major assumptions. The first assumption is basically that the assumption is that all transactions in the economy will be routed to banks. The second is all commercial banks are termed as single unit, this single commercial bank. And then this process will start. I just told you. If the amount is already given in question, then you can take that amount. Otherwise, if the amount is not given in question, then even you can take the amount by your choice. What will be the primary deposit and what will be the LRR of your choice you can take. and you can write the process of credit creation. Now tell me who is going to explain me. Raise your hands.
Credit creation process.
Yes.
Sir, in this, first of all, we have taken an assumption that entire commercial banking system will be termed as one unit. Hello.
Yes, yes. People are listening.
Hello.
Tushar, you can speak. We are listening.
Yes, sir.
Continue speaking.
And
Full
then,
answer.
so the second one was all receipts and payments in the economy are routed through the banks. Means all the payments are made through checks and all receipts are deposited in the banks. Suppose initially or primary deposit, sir, in this the LRR is given to the first amount, and the 20% is given as a loan to the other people, and rest 80 is taken by the bank.
How this process continues? How do we get the last value?
Creation, we have to take two assumptions. First, all the commercial bank treated as a one unit, and second was all the transaction routed through the banks only. I can explain through the example. Like in first initial stage, anyone wanted to deposit 1,000 rupees, 1,000 rupees. So for maintaining the cash reserve, bank kept as 100 rupees as a reserve, and rest of money 900 was given as a loan to another one. And in the round two, in same way, the cash reserve was maintained, and bank uh, bank kept as 90 rupees as a reserve, and rest of money rupees 810 rupees was given to the another people who wants to take loans from banks. And in third round, for maintaining the cash reserve, bank kept 81 rupees kept aside as a reserve, and rest of money 729 keep it as a given as a loan to the others. In the same way, the process is going on.
How do we get last value?
So last value.
Yes.
So last value in this, bank kept 81 rupees as a reserve, and the rest of amount 729 given to the uh, borrower.
Get last value by calculating the money multiplier. Last value we get by taking it from the money multiplier. Who is going to tell us? Any other student want to tell the complete process? Anyone else? Shubhangi. Shubhangi, you can speak.
Hello, sir.
Bolo, bolo.
So same question or money multiplier?
Same.
First, there are two assumptions. First is that all the transactions are routed through banks only, and all the commercial banks are considered as one unit. For in this, we have a initial deposit, for example, which is 1,000 rupees. If I am depositing 1,000 rupees in a bank, the bank will keep, and if the LRR is 20%, or the LRR can differ from bank to bank, but we are considering 20% in my case. So if I have deposited 1,000 rupees and the LRR is 20%, then the amount of cash reserve will be 200. That is that the loan amount would be kept as 800. So in round one, when if I am having a loan, if I am being granted a loan of 800, then the amount of loan would be 640 and the cash reserves will be 160. And as the assumption is that all the commercial banks are considered as one unit, some other person will also come to the bank, to the same bank to take loan, then that 640 amount would be given to that person. And in the last, the amount is calculated, that is the money multiplier by 1 upon LRR.
So today we have done two questions. Differentiate between commercial banks and central bank. The second question was credit creation process of commercial banks, which we have just revised because we have already covered this chapter. Tomorrow is your holiday. Tomorrow is the last working day of April. With holiday for tomorrow, and after tomorrow, I'll continue with the next question. Credit control by the central bank. And also, I'm going to give you one assignment for money and banking. Division assignment for money and banking, which you are going to solve for these 2 days and going to send me before Sunday this week. All right. Till then, goodbye.